Let's look at the topic. What does this mean? Supporting and protecting natural resources such as forests and wildlife. What do you think? In the ancient times, did we have towns and cities on earth? No. People lived in the forest, and they had been living in Indian forests for centuries. They had developed practices to ensure that the resources were used in a sustainable manner. This was a form of sustainable management of natural resources and environment. Long ago, many environmental movements were initiated to save the environment. Let us discuss about first movement. Did you see that? Bishnoi movement. It took place in the year 1700. Let's see the leader of this movement. Did you see that? Amrita Devi lived in a village called Khejarli in Rajasthan. Did you see that? Khejarli is a village in Jodhpur district of Rajasthan. The village got its name because of the many khejri trees that grew there. Amrita Devi had so much of faith in the trees and she worshipped them. She treated them as her guru. She believed that we get everything from the trees. That is why she devoted her life to worship them. Once the Maharaj of Marwar instructed to cut the trees in the village of Khejarli for his own benefits. He sent his soldiers to cut the trees in that village. Amrita Devi protested against it. Her aim was to protect the sacred trees from being cut down by the king's soldiers. She hugged the trees and encouraged others to do the same. The Bishnoi villagers did the same thing. Each of them hugged the trees to protect them. The villagers said to the soldiers that they have to kill them before cutting the trees. The soldiers had to follow the orders of the king and they had to cut the trees. Then many people, including Amrita, died to save the trees. Let's take a look here. Chipko movement. It took place in the year 1973. There were many leaders of the Chipko movement, but one of the most prominent leader was Sundarlal Bahuguna. He enlightened the villagers by conveying the importance of trees in the environment. The Chipko movement took place in the village of Tehri Garhwal, Uttarakhand. Did you see that? This was the place where Chipko movement took place. Near that village, there were so many trees in the valley. Those trees were very important for the villagers. If those trees were totally removed from the valley, then that will cause soil erosion. For example, during heavy rainfall, soil erosion and landslides will occur. That will impact the lives of many people. If the trees would not be removed from the forest, then they would protect the villagers from harm. Trees help to prevent soil erosion and landslides. Mr. Bahuguna enlightened the villagers by conveying the importance of trees in the environment, which checks the erosion of soil, causes rains, and provides pure air and food. The Chipko movement was triggered by a government decision to allot forest land to sports goods company. Angered by the move, villagers formed circles around the trees and they hugged the trees. Hence it was called Chipko movement or Hug the Tree movement. The villagers hugged the trees to prevent them from being cut. People have been protesting against the cutting of trees for many years. Now let's see here. Did you see that? This was another movement to save the trees. It is called Save Silent Valley movement. It took place in the district of Kerala. Let's see here. Did you see that? This movement took place in this district. You must know that this is a mountainous region and the valleys are formed in the mountainous region. In this district, there is Silent Valley, an evergreen tropical forest where the trees are found always green throughout the year. It is the most beautiful and natural place full of greenery. The government of Kerala decided to remove all the trees from the forest for the Silent Valley hydroelectric project. An NGO, Kerala Sastra Sahitya Parishad, protested against it to save the Silent Valley evergreen tropical forest. They wanted to save this forest from being flooded by a hydroelectric project. Several NGOs strongly opposed the project and urged the government to abandon it. A large number of people participated in this movement. Activists wanted the government to withdraw from this project. Do you know? The Planning Commission approved the project at a cost of about 25 crores. But at last, the Silent Valley hydroelectric project was called off. Bowing to unrelenting public pressure, Indira Gandhi declared that Silent Valley will be protected. Now let's take a look here. Fourth movement was Jangal Bachao Andolan. It took place in the Singhbhum district of Bihar. Let's see here. Did you see that? This was the place where Jangal Bachao Andolan took place. The leaders of this movement was the tribals of Singhbhum district. In the forest, there were many sal trees. Let's see here. Did you see that? It is one of the most important trees in India, which is found in a very few places. The tribals of Singhbhum district of Bihar started the protest when the government decided to replace the natural sal forests with the highly priced teak. Let's see here. Did you see that? Teak is the best quality wood and it is highly priced. The government ordered to remove the sal trees from the forest and in place of that they wanted to plant teak trees. The tribals protested against the action of the government and later this movement spread to Jharkhand and Orissa. Large number of people participated in this movement. This movement to protect the forest was successful. Let's see the last one. Did you see that? There is a river named Narmada. Let's see here. Did you see that? This movement was for this river. This movement took place because the government decided to construct Sardar Sarovar Dam. The people who lived nearby the river were ordered to move from there. This was troublesome for the people because they did not have other house to live. They became homeless. It was difficult for them to leave that place where they had lived for many years. The movement first started as a protest for not providing proper rehabilitation and resettlement for the people who have been displaced by the construction of Sardar Sarovar Dam. Later on, the movement turned its focus on the preservation of the environment and the ecosystems of the valley. The proposed height of the dam was 130 meters. Activists protested against it and demanded the height of the dam to be reduced to 88 meters from the proposed height of 130 meters. The Supreme Court gave a judgment approving the construction of the dam with the condition that the height of the dam could be raised to 90 meters. However, this movement was not successful. Activists got achievements in many environmental movements, but this movement against the construction of dam was not successful.